Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Mage Knight. It's the beginning of the third day, and during this day we have to reveal the city, have to conquer it, and during this day or during the next night, of course, I mean the whole third day, we have to do these things, and in the end we have to face Volker and his army, and, well, we should beat him. But we'll see if this is possible. So first let's prepare the day number 3. We will re-roll the dice, and this is not possible because at least half of the dice, so 2, have to be of a basic color. So now we re-roll these 3 dice again. Okay, still not possible, and this time it's better. That's a very good roll. 2 golden mana, that's great. And then we have to flip it here. That's a very good start. Let's see what the offers bring. We have here the magical offer. This is expose. Target enemy loses all fortifications and resistances, ranged attack 2. Enemies lose all fortifications this combat. Range attack 3. Okay. And this is the diplomacy goes away, and training. Throw away an action card from your hand, then take a card of the same color from the advanced actions offer and put it into your discard pile. And let's see what the unit offer brings. Okay, we have the magic familiars. They are maybe they might join Volker. Then we have the guardian golems, the Utem crossbowman, and the scouts. And especially these 2 first units, they seem to be really interesting. We might think about moving here on the mage tower and recruiting one of these units. But let's see. And finally we have a new special card. That one here. Maximal effect. When you play this, throw away another action card from your hand. Use the basic effect of that card 3 times. And the strong effect is use the stronger effect of that card 2 times. Okay. Okay, I've chosen the right moment as my tactics for this round. One time this day, during your turn, you can announce that you will take another turn immediately after this. If you do, flip this card face down. Got to remember that. And he has chosen randomly the early bird. So he starts, and let's see what he has. Well, this is a red card. So basically this means that he does not move. He will try to attack, but there is no Mage Knight adjacent. So in this case, simply rolls a die. And what? No, of course not. He would roll a red die here, but there is no red die. So nothing actually happens. So I think what I do now is I will move back to the Mage Tower here. That costs me 2, so I play Stamina and simply move here. Then I'll activate the Pure Magic. I take the blue mana token, the blue mana die, to activate the strong effect, and then I pay a white crystal. And then I have an influence of 7. Oops, these go away. And now well, I want to hire these 2 units, the Magic Familiars for 6 and the Guardian Golems for 7. And I think I placed the Magic Familiars under that special command token, and the Guardian Golems here. So now I need a complete influence of 13, but because of these loyal bond or bond of loyalty, it's 5 less. So that means I only need an influence of 8 to hire both units. And this gives me 7. So now I will simply... I'm thinking... I will simply throw away this card to get an additional influence point. And now I can hire both of them, and here for the Magic Familiars I have to spend a mana of a basic color, and I will use the blue mana token, and that gives me now a block of +3. At the start of each round, either replace that token with 1 crystal of any color from your inventory or throw away the unit. Yeah. Okay. And I think in addition to this, I will play the Tranquility and heal the peasants. And to be honest, I feel now prepared to attack the city. With these 4 units, I think that's a pretty strong... well, let's call them pretty strong friends, if I'm missing the right word now. Okay, so I simply discard these cards here. Roll the die. That's another blue mana die. And then let's see what Volker does. That's a blue one, and I think... No, actually he still will not... he still will not reveal the city. So he moves here now. I forgot to draw my 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so now finally, damn. I think I still have to. I simply use the swift reflexes, use the white mana token, or maybe it's better I use the march, use a green mana token, and I also could simply throw away this card. Maybe that's a bad idea. I simply throw away that card. I don't see how I could need that right now. And I move here into the hills. And I'm still waiting until he reveals the last but one tile. The problem is if I reveal that tile here, then probably he will reveal the last tile with the city somewhere down here, and he can march right into the city and I'm too far away. So I have to wait until he does that. And I'm not very lucky during the last turns, because I'm just hanging around here waiting until he finally does that. But he had 5 wounds in a row, which allow him to do nothing basically, and now this blue card. But if he doesn't draw a green one, which would bring him down here in the next turn, then he will for sure reveal this tile. Okay, so I actually moved now, and it's the end of the turn. Draw 2 more cards. And then let's see what he does. Oh my god. It's impossible. I mean, he's just... Again, it's basically nothing. He just looks for a fight. And I'm really in trouble now. I need him to reveal this tile. Ah, great. Okay, basically I'll do nothing. I have to throw away a card if I decide to do no action. So I'll do this. I throw away this card, draw another one, and just have to wait. So let's see what he does. It's unbelievable. Okay, he takes a wound, and well, in this case he could hire these guys, but there is no one left because I hired the magic familiars, so nothing happens here. And I still have to wait. So I simply throw away another card. Right now this will be the influence card. Draw my next one, March. Let's see what he does. That looks good. Yeah, that's finally it. A white card. So he will move now up here. And yeah. So now it's a little strange because I'm not absolutely sure now how this works. I think normally, if this would be a Mage Knight, according to the rules, a core tile could not be placed here. Simply because it has to be connected with 2 it has to be connected with 2 other tiles. So I'm really wondering what I can do now. Can I place it here and just let him do this, or is there another rule for this? Let me check that. Okay, I'm not absolutely sure how to understand this rule. Well, basically, I've shown that before. This should be the shape of the map. So if I place now this thing like this, it's not in the shape anymore. And it says here, Volker moves in all cases. If his move would lead off the map shape, just move him in the closest direction that does not lead off the map. So I guess what I can do now is I can move him instead like this. Can I? Yeah, why not? I mean, I can move him like this and he goes up. Makes kind of sense to me, I think. Because in this way he doesn't move off the map, or actually of the map shape, and it's definitely the closest one. I could also move him down here, of course, or here, but I think it's okay to place him here. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the new core tiles. Again, we have a mage tower here. So, and we have a draconum. That is a rampaging enemy, so this is a dragon. Place that one here. And here are also some of the new features, and I'm glad I can show you these features, because during this game it was interesting, because on the tiles I played there were basically everywhere mage towers, tons of mage towers, but nearly no other features, just one keep, one monastery, and nearly none of these new features. And now we have here a refugee camp, for example. This is one feature that comes with the tiles on the expansion. There are a few refugee camps on these tiles. And you can hire their different units. Actually, no special refugee camp units, but I'm not absolutely sure how this works. I think just a moment. Exactly, you can interact to recruit units here. For purposes of recruiting, you may consider this to be any of the depicted sites. Units that require more advanced sites for recruitment have their cost increased. For units that can be recruited on multiple sites, choose the cheapest option. And then you can see here you have to pay additional influence if you want to hire units of more of a better size site. And the other interesting thing here are these, I think it's a labyrinth, just a second. There are mazes and labyrinth, and they are a little hard to, they look quite similar, but that would be a maze. Yeah, and that's a labyrinth, so I think it's a labyrinth. And these things are funny, I really like them. You can enter this space here, and then you can choose which way to go. And you have to pay additional movement points, either 2, 4, or 6. And then in addition you have to fight. If it would be a maze, you have to fight one of the brown creatures, and you can only take one unit with you, by the way. And here, if it's a labyrinth, you have to fight a dragon. And depending on the way you've chosen, you get a reward. So if you've chosen this long way, you get, for example, here an artifact and an advanced action. Exactly. The middle way is a spell, and the short way would be 2 crystals of your choice. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. And then you have to mark this way with your token, and you could then or another player could explore the other ways, but you can only explore once a maze or a labyrinth. Exactly, another player may enter the maze. Okay, so I think this is one of the... I really like that feature very much. And by the way, there is another new feature that comes with the expansion, are these walls. You can see that one here. And there was also one before somewhere. We have one here, for example. And we have one here. And these walls are also pretty interesting because on the one hand, they give if you do an attack across these walls, these creatures have now fortification, an additional fortification. Furthermore, it takes you 1 additional movement point to cross the walls. And concerning the marauding enemies, if you move from one space behind a wall to another space, it will not attack you. You cannot provoke these guys. Also, if you move from a space where no wall is to a space behind a wall, it doesn't attack, but the other way around it does. So if you move to a space which is directly without a wall adjacent to this marauding enemy, then it will attack you right away. Okay, so just these few explanations to the new features of the expansion. So now this guy moves in here. I'm not absolutely sure if I play this correct, but I think it makes sense. And that gives me now finally the opportunity to reveal the last tile. Okay, so I will use this movement of 4. I use a golden mana token to do that. And now I can reveal this tile, which costs me 2 movement points. Okay. So randomly revealed, it goes like this now. Yeah, great. This sucks. That's really bad. That is bad luck. A lot of bad luck. This is just terrible. Okay, that's a big problem now. Okay, so there are now 2 really main problems here. First one is, of course I cannot cross the sea. That's bad. So I have to move around like this, which means I have to kill this guy, which is not so terrible, but it takes time to do that. And movement points. Second problem is, I can only enter the city from here. And if I move from here into the city, then I move 2 adjacent spaces to this marauding dragon. And that means that this guy will attack me then, I guess. So this is a problem. First, let's see what kind of dragon that is. That's not good. Fire dragon, I think. That's bad. This is now really bad luck. Okay, so I'm really in trouble now. That was bad luck. I got 2 movement points left. So I have to move here onto these hills first. So I need an additional movement point, and I will activate the peasants. They give me 2 movement points, and so I can now move here. And then I'll challenge this orc digger. And I don't have enough ranged attack to... Or actually I need a siege attack because this guy is fortified. And that do not have enough siege attack to do this. So I don't block him. I take a wound. And the peasants will take the wound of this guy. And then I simply do an attack. And yeah, I'm not happy with this, but I think I'll use the improvisation, display that card, discard this card, and that's an attack of 3, and that's enough to kill him. So now I gain an additional reputation and 2 points. Now these Wings of the Wind, the spell that I have here, down there, that would be awesome to have now. I just could move over the revealed spaces, even over the sea, just move here, the dragon could not attack me. That's now really terrible that I've thrown away that spell. That was a big mistake probably. Anyway, we have to face it now. Okay. So we've done that. Okay, and now it's Volker, and he will now try to go to the city on the fastest way. We now come to a different stage of the game here, and he now behaves different. So we still draw a card, but now he doesn't move in the direction that the arrow shows, but he simply moves as fast as possible to the city, so he moves back here. And still I'm rolling a die for the white mana token, and in this case it's a red one. By the way, I was so shocked because of the placement of this tile that I forgot first I have to draw a advanced action card and place it here in the unit offer, because there is this second monastery. So in case I would train in a monastery, I could now choose between these 2 advanced action cards. And then I have to place a city miniature here, so just a second there. Okay, so now in the next turn I use the golden mana as a green one. I move 4. And I can heal 1. So first I will heal my peasants again. This is the refreshing walk. And then in addition I use the swiftness. So altogether I have now a movement of 6. And that leads me right here, front of the city and the dragon. Phew. Tja. So, and I forgot again to place the city miniature here. So this is actually the city. Looks quite nice. And you can see this is a level 4 city now, a blue one. and it has a white unit, a violet unit, and a gray unit. And then we have this blue city card here, and it simply says that all units that have ice or fire or cold ice attack have these modifiers, these attack modifiers. Now we are adjacent to the city, so we can now actually reveal these units. Let's see what units we have here. Let's hope at least they are not too bad. So we have these guys here. That's okay. I think they're not so bad. Illusionists, I think. Then we have these. That's awesome. They're ridiculous. But normally these are the hard ones, the white ones. And yes, that's a pretty tough one actually. Oh man, this is gonna be harsh. Yeah, fine. Well, it could be worse. Let's face it. It could be much worse. The good thing is that these modifiers do not apply on any of their attacks. So I think it's okay. But we have to find. First we have to find a way to kill the dragon, because if we now would march right into the city, this is a marauding unit. And if you move from one space adjacent to another adjacent space, then you provoke a marauding unit and it will attack you immediately. So then we had to fight the dragon and these guys, and this is too much for me. So I will now simply try to kill the dragon somehow. And draw 2 more cards. Oh, yeah. My basic problem is I have all these fire attack units here. That's all quite nice, but the dragon has a fire resistance. So their value is halved, and it has also a physical resistance. The only good thing is I could use my northern monks. They can attack with an ice attack, which is fully which counts as a full attack. That is fully efficient. Okay, I'll roll now the die. This is a green mana die which goes into the source. And let's see what Volker does. Draws a green card, so he moves simply in the direction of the city. And we roll again the green mana die. And this is now a white one. Okay. So let me see if there's any way to kill that dragon right now. Okay, after all, I think it's not as terribly bad as I thought. So what I'll do first is I use my spell, the Whirlwind. And I will use a white crystal. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I think I actually do this. I will use a white crystal. And that means now that to play this whirlwind spell. So now the target enemy does not attack this combat. That's a pretty strong card in this case, of course. And now we have to kill him. So he has an armor of 7, but as I said, he's got a physical and a fire immunity. So now I will activate. Yeah. I will activate the Northern Monks. And I will activate their strong effect, and I take a blue die to do this. So now they have an ice block of 4. An ice attack of 4. And this attack is 100% efficient. So there are 3 left now. And because I don't have any more ice attacks, I need to generate 6 attack points to kill this guy. And yeah, what I do now is I will place this card here, mana draw, that allows me to use an additional die from the source. And I will take this red die and I activate the strong effect of the rage. So I'm now at, these are 4 then. And then I'll attack the guardian golems. And they give me another 2 attack. And that's it then. That's the attack value of 6 plus the 4 from the Northern Monks. So I managed to kill the dragon. Great. This guy gives me 8 fame. That's good because that allows me to level up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in addition, when you kill a dragon, you gain a reputation plus 2. Okay, so let's see what happens next. We roll these 2 dice. And that is good. That's really good. Golden mana and a red one. That's perfect. Then we can draw 3 more cards. That's also great because now we have to attack the city, and that is great. Now we're lucky again. A lot of fight cards. Perfect. And I will use now the right moment, which allows me to do another turn right away. So this guy will not do anything this turn. Okay, so let's start this big battle here, and let's see what we can do here. Okay, so actually I tried to come up with a plan to attack this city, to conquer that city, but I'm not really happy here. So I'm thinking about giving away 1 turn, crystallize, gain a red crystal, and then drawing another card. Maybe I think I will do this. I will take this turn. I play this card, crystallize. I can pay 1 mana. I will use a red mana and gain a crystal of that mana in my inventory. I know that slows me down, but it might be worth it. So let's see, let's roll. That's a white one. And then let's hope we draw some good card. I could need a movement card, for example. Well, that's also not bad. Maybe that can help. Concentration. Okay. That could have been a good thing. And now let's see what he does. Well, he moves. He comes closer. This is not so good. And now I have to conquer that city. Okay, so first we have to enter this city now. And that costs 2 movement points. You can see that here. So to do this, we will activate the magic familiars. They give us 3 movement points here. And So now we take simply our hero and place him here on the city tile. Well, basically we could remove this miniature. I don't see the reason why it should be there. I think we simply go there and it's fine then. And then we have to fight all these creatures. The first point is that we cannot do a ranged attack. So now we have to block. And first I will block the attack of these guardians here. They have an attack of 5. So I will generate a blue crystal by using this skill. And I use then the determination to block the attack. Then we got, oh, by the way, I have to draw a card for these guys here. Not a card, but a creature. Let's see what that is. Oh, great, that's a Hydra. That doesn't make it easier at all. So there are 3 more attacks with 2, with a damage of 2. But okay, we have to accept this. So first, let's block him because he's got this brutal ability, and I can use the fire block. This one, the burning shield, and I will use a red die from the mana source to do this. So now this is also blocked, and if this card is used as part of a successful block, you may use it during your attack phase as fire attack 4. And I will take the damage of the Hydra. So I will give 1 wound to the peasants, and I will take 2 wounds for myself. Okay. And then we come to the attack phase. So the Hydra is discarded because it was a summoned monster, and that means that it's only there for the until we come to the assigned damage phase. So now it's the attack phase, and now we have a big problem. It's this guy here, this guardian. He has a fire resistance, an ice resistance, and a physical resistance. And actually, to be honest, I think I played this resistance a little bit wrong. What I did is I doubled the armor of simply to calculate how much damage I have to do, because the attack is only half efficient. But I think this is not exactly the way it works, and I think it can make a difference, because yeah, the attack is only half efficient, so it's half the attack value rounded down. In addition, there is another problem. If you attack more creatures, and there is only one creature which has a special resistance, then this resistance counts for all other creatures too. And I might have made an error there, I'm not sure actually, when I attacked these ancient ruins. But I don't know that anymore. Maybe I did a small error here, that is possible. Anyway, now I will do it the right way, and so basically that means now that as long as these guys are alive, all of the creatures have fire resistance, ice resistance, and physical resistance. And by the way, these guys, the illusionists, have a physical resistance anyway. So the most important part is now first kill these. And okay, let's start with that. I will use this concentration, and there is a second, a stronger effect here. When you play this, play another action card with it. Get the stronger effect of that card for free. That effect gives you move, influence, block, or any type of attack. Get that amount +2. Okay, so I will activate it with one of my green crystals. And then I will play this Blood Rage. And that says now, you can take a wound to increase this attack to 9. +2, that's an attack of 11 then. So I will take this wound. But this is now halved. So it's only an attack of 5. Then I can use, let me see. Yeah, that's an attack of 5, exactly. But I got this fire attack 4 from the burning shield. So this is actually then an attack of 7. And that is enough to kill these guys. But I think it's the same attack phase, so I think the others still have also their ability, but I'm not absolutely sure about that, but I think so, because it's the same battle. So what I'm going to do now is I will activate this one, the ranged fire attack 5, with this red crystal. So that means, because of the fire resistance, that is now an attack value of 2. And then I will use the rage attack 2. Because of the physical resistance, it's an attack value of 3. But that is enough to kill these illusionists. So, yeah. I was successful here, and that gives me actually 12 fame. Okay, I'm at 61 fame now. So even this great battle was not enough to level up. But I will kill these remaining thugs in the next turn, and then I'm pretty sure I will level up. And by the way, when attacking a city, this reputation goes down 1 space. Okay, so that was a pretty hard fight. Lost a lot of crystals. Had to activate all my units, and I took some wounds. What I can do is I can use that skill. I didn't do that until now. That allows me to heal a wound and to gain a white crystal. Okay, fine. So, but I have to go back here because I didn't conquer the city completely. So I have to retreat to the space where I came from. Okay, so that was my turn. Then I have to re-roll the die. That's a black mana token. And then I draw a card, and this is Tirelessness, which is not so useful now. Yeah. Okay. So that is not enough to do real damage here, I'm afraid. And then let's see what Volker does. He draws a wound card. So nothing happens, he stays there, which is good. And that's it. That's the end of the day, that's the end of the round. Well, I think it wasn't too bad. I was a little unlucky here. But I think I did fine. I killed the dragon. I got rid of the strongest enemies here of these of the city. So I'm pretty sure I can attack the city at the beginning of the next turn. It shouldn't be a big deal, especially because I can activate all these guys again. And well, yeah. I think that's it then. Hope to see you in my last video. Until then, bye.